Don't you love it when your work never gives you a consistent schedule? I can never go more than a few weeks without them deciding to change my schedule on a whim, especially when you're used to having your days off in a row, and on a whim, they just decide to randomly separate your days off, so now they're at different points throughout the whole week. I love it here, and it totally doesn't make me want to kill my... But hello and welcome back to Sekiro. It's been a while since I played this game. I don't remember when the last time I streamed this game was, but it might have been like a few months ago at this point. Also, I just noticed this giant mountain in the distance while I was running around here. Holy shit, that looks awesome. But yeah, today's video is going to be slightly different. I'm not sure how much talking there is going to be in this video, so allow me to ramble here at the beginning before I get into this. So, FromSoftware games, you know, ever since Demon Souls in, what was it, 2009, between Demon Souls and Elden Ring, you know, at every game, there's usually a point where players get stuck and they meet the wall, quote unquote, and that usually takes the form of a boss that lots of players have a hard time getting past. In Demon Souls, I haven't played it yet, but from what I've heard, I think the Man-Eaters, the two gargoyle fight, is apparently one of the harder fights in the game. And for DS1 in the early game, the Capra Demon is like infamous, mostly because of the dogs in the small arena. And for me personally, the Four Kings can be another wall, but usually I just go in there with the magic shield and, you know, everything's fine. But I remember being horrified of that boss when I played the game the first few times. For DS2, that game is gigantic. For me personally, Velstadt in the base game was always a difficult boss. And I won't lie, for DS3, I can't really think of a wall type boss that I find very difficult, you know, excluding optional bosses and DLC, because like the Nameless King is hard and I usually fight all the bosses whenever I play that game, but again, that boss is optional, so it's not really like a progress wall. And for Bloodborne, I can't really think of one that's not either optional or DLC. For DLC, Ludwig is definitely a wall. And for Elden Ring, right at the beginning of the game, Margit is definitely, I would consider, the wall of that game. You know, it mostly has to do with like his super delayed attacks that catch new players and veteran Souls players off. They spread that throughout the entirety of that game, and whenever it pops up, it's like always super stressful. They knew exactly what they were doing when they designed certain enemies that way. But for Sekiro, for me personally, I'm surprised that Genichiro was not a wall. Neither was the Guardian Ape in the Sunken Valley, although there is a duo fight, if I remember correctly, at some point in the game, so that might be slightly annoying. But yeah, to my surprise, I did not have that much of a hard time with those bosses. But as you can see, who's standing right before me, Owl is currently my wall in Sekiro. And in this video, I'm either going to record for an hour or I'm going to beat the boss in this video. So that is the plan. I think the biggest issue for me for this boss is that his posture regains like very quickly. So let's try this. Hopefully I don't embarrass myself. I haven't played this game in forever, so. Oh my god, I forgot I had to play this game. He also has that little bomb that he throws that will not allow you to heal. This game requires so much concentration. I parried that. Alright, Al, we get it, we get it. Am I insane? I feel like my game is dropping frames. That sounds like an excuse, but I swear to God it's happening. But yeah, that's about how I expect the majority, if not the entirety of this video is gonna go. And of course, they put a guy on the way to the boss because God forbid you able to retry the boss without having trouble getting there. Okay, that was pretty cool, I won't lie. And now I'm dead. Because God forbid I try to hit the boss. I parried that. I don't know what to do when he does that. Oh my god. Alright, so I was gonna mention that earlier, but yeah, he can also Mikiri counter you, which I totally forgot that your stab attack counts as a thrusting attack with the sword. I thought it was just the spear prosthetic that he could do that too, but no, it's at your sword he can do that as well. Which is fucked up. Cool. I mistimed one parry and I almost died for it. All right, there we go. There's one. I have 2 heals left. God, I'm so stupid. Why did I do that? Fuck you, Al. Al, I hate you. You suck. I dodged. I parried. Oh my god, he threw 2 of them in a row. You're just a bitch. I literally can't see him. That's not fair. I'm dead. Oh, I'm not dead. You're a bitch. God, he has that stupid move where he regains his posture. God damn it. All right, I have one more chance. No, fuck you. No! Oh my god, I keep thinking he's gonna fucking do that stupid posture move. That's not fair. That's probably the... If he didn't do that stupid fucking move, I would have killed him there. That's so upsetting. Also, yeah, the bloodstain system in this game is not working for me for whatever reason. Like, I'm not crazy. There should be a bloodstain on the floor, right? That has my XP and my money in it, but there's just not. And there hasn't been since I started playing this game. But in the interim, while I restrained myself from jumping out of my window, I was playing Helldivers the other day with my friends, and there was an update that came out recently that fixed armor for one thing, which is cool because now the heavy armor, while I don't think it's actually very good still, it works. So at the very least, you're not running around with like super slow movement for no reason. And they also nerfed a few things and they buffed a few other things. They nerfed the railgun slightly, but apparently if you use it in unsafe mode and you charge it, you know, to the most you can without exploding, it's still the same as it was before the nerf. And also the flamethrower was also buffed, so that's cool. One weapon that I've really started to use a lot is the arc thrower, the chain lightning gun that you can get as a support weapon. And that weapon, if you use it correctly, you can like get the most kills on your team in a mission. It's like super good. The one downside of it, if you've used it, is that it can chain to multiple enemies, but it can also chain to your friendlies if they're in front of you or next to the bugs that you're shooting. So when you use it, it's wise to stay in the front of your squad while you're, you know, shooting enemies and whatnot. But yeah, that gun is super fun to use. I remember using it when I first started playing the game. I found it like in missions in like pods and stuff, and I was like, this weapon seems weird and I don't like it. But after, you know, using it more and using it correctly, yeah, that weapon is super fun to use. And also the jump pack was also buffed, I think. And I also didn't know that the jump pack, I thought it was bad, but apparently depending on the terrain you're standing in, when you know, jump into the air, that will affect how like high you actually go. So if the ground is clear, you'll go super high and you'll fly super far. But if you're like even in some like slight brush and whatnot, it'll like keep you on the ground mostly. It's kind of lame. But yeah, Helldivers 2 still very fun. Also the mechs came out and those things are really strong and they're super squishy. It's kind of funny. But yeah, let's try this again. I love how start is cancel dialogue and isn't skip it, but in cutscenes start is the skip button, because that makes lots of sense. I'm so stupid. I'm just gonna take a mulligan on that one. That was awful. I'm totally forgetting that I can't do that. But I won't lie, not that attempt, but the one right before that, where I got him really close, that was probably the best attempt that I've had fighting this boss. And it happened on camera, so that was super surprising. All right, so I just looked this up. I don't know why I thought this. I thought there was a corpse run mechanic in this game, like there is in the Dark Souls games, but there isn't. If you lose your, whenever you die, you lose half of your money and XP. And yeah, when you die, that's gone for good. You can't get it back. I don't know why I thought there was like a soul run mechanic in this game. I guess I just didn't read the tutorial at the beginning of the game very clearly. Although, to be fair, I can't look at it again, so it's not like I could clarify that on my own without looking it up. But anyways, yeah, that seems kind of hard and difficult. But one thing that I did see when I looked this up is that I was always confused as to why you can buy money pouches in this game for the same price that, you know, you spend is the same price you get when you buy them. And I was always confused why the game lets you do that. And it's probably because so you can buy them all and spend all your money on a form of the money that is not losable. It just sits in your inventory. So that makes a lot more sense now that I think about it. And then I guess your XP, if you just lose it all, then I guess you're just fucked, I guess. Or you can farm if you're close to a skill point, I guess. That seems kind of annoying to do. But yeah, there's no corpse run mechanic in this game. I'm an idiot, and I thought there was this whole time. And I thought it just wasn't working. But all right, again. I stabbed him again, and he should have killed me for that. Look at him. I hate the input reading in this game. It's so shit. I say in this game, but that's in all the games. So, I mean, like every game, like post DS2, I want to say has like super hard input reading. I hate you. Fuck you. Oh my God, I'm just choosing the worst times to heal. I'm just gonna, this is a mulligan. Shut up. I'm gonna mount your head on my wall. You're gonna become a consumable that I use to slightly increase my stats. I remember seeing this thing that, I don't remember if it was a video or like a post online, but somebody was talking about how Elden Ring and Sekiro are like on the complete opposite ends of the FromSoft games in terms of like difficulty and accessibility, where Elden Ring is like, you know, considerably like one of the easier games because not because of like the normal combat mechanics and the bosses, but because of the tools that the game gives you to deal with those things. You know, in addition to being able to explore around the world way more freely than other games to get strong items. There's also the spirit ashes that you can use, and some of them make the game very trivial. So in those respects, you know, it's like on the more accessible side in terms of difficulty, whereas Sekiro is like a tightly knit and constructed game where there is like the set way to beat certain encounters. Your character is also set. You can't change them very much. And the combat is very demanding. You know, the fights will either boil down to an endurance fight where you're hitting him over and over again to deplete his health bar, or you're filling up the posture meter by parrying. So I just thought that was like an interesting discussion somebody was having that I completely forget where it even came from. I might just be making shit up, but you know, whatever. Again. There we go. There's first phase. I'm gonna heal myself. I still have a ton of heals, so that's good. Fuck you. Why do I feel like the frames are dropping like crazy? Am I stupid? I feel like I'm going insane. Fuck you, old man. Fuck you. This game is literally the definition of lock the fuck in. God, that poison lasts so long. It's so annoying. Thank you for moving me out of the poison, I guess. Fuck you. Oh my God, I'm like messing up my parries because the frames are dropping. I don't know why this is happening. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh my God, that is so much damage. Fuck you. Fuck you. No, stop it. Oh my God, I'm poisoned. Literally went this whole fight without being poisoned. All right, all right, all right, all right. Fuck you. Eat shuriken. Fuck you. No, stop it. Oh my god, eat shit, you fucker. Please tell me this isn't a 3-phase boss fight. I don't remember. I don't think it is. Well, that was sweet and endearing, I guess. Oh my god. You have no idea how much I was dreading coming back to this and doing this fight, whether it be on video or on a stream. I remember I got super tilted when I fought Owl for the first time on stream, and I did it with still 2 kills left. I don't think did I even die that whole fight? I don't think I did. Yeah, I have all 3 of my resurrections there. I might have died. I won't lie, I was like disassociating while doing that. Oh, it's finally done. Oh, it's finally done. I can now go back inside this building that I was already in at the earlier point in the game. Give me that shit. I won't lie, that was not as complicated of a fight as I initially thought it was. I will say though, the only thing that really seemed to be useful there was the shuriken in terms of shinobi prosthetics, because like I said, the spear that you get and your charge attack can be Mikiri countered, so that's not very useful. And I don't really know if there is a place to use the other ones. They seem super situational. But yeah, easily the biggest part, the most annoying part of that fight is him using that posture depleting move on himself. But yeah, one more quick thing that I wanted to mention. I was just expecting that to take a lot longer. I would have like one more chance to talk about random shit. The Dragon's Dogma 2 like character creator came out. I think you have to pre-order the game to get access to it, but yeah, people are putting a bunch of like characters that they made online, and it looks super cool. I think it comes out on the 21st of March. So Dragon's Dogma, I have the game downloaded on my computer. It's one of those games, like many on my Steam library, that I've wanted to play, but just never had the urge to actually go ahead and start playing it. But I really want to try Dragon's Dogma 2 at some point, but I feel like it would be a wasted opportunity not to play the first one before the second one, because I have a distinct feeling that the second game is going to completely overwrite any reason to play the first game. But we'll see. The few videos that I have seen of people playing the first game, it looked really fun. But yeah, the timing of this situation is not super fortunate. Oh, also, announcement time, I guess, before I go. I think going into the future, I'm going to try to keep as true to this as I possibly can. I'm going to attempt to stream and make videos every other day, if not every day. So again, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, my work scheduling is super random and it sucks and I hate it. So usually I get out at 5. So my plan is to come home, start streaming. I'll stream for like 3 or 4 hours, so they won't be super long. And then that way I'll still have time to make a video for the day, or the next day, I should say. So I'm going to see how that works out for me in terms of, you know, the amount of work I have to put into doing that and whatnot, and the timing of everything. But yeah, that's the plan for the future. And in terms of this game, I can finally continue forward and not be like paralyzed with fear. I was genuinely concerned there was going to be a point in this game where I would just get stuck because I'm not good. But if I don't count the, you know, straight up times where I didn't resurrect, it took like 3 tries. If I count the times where I died, period, I think it might be like 5 or 6. But yeah, that wasn't bad. So before I keep rambling, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. If you did enjoy this video and want to help support the channel, leaving a like and subscribing would be very much appreciated. Any form of support shown to my videos and my channel always means a lot. So yeah, thanks for watching the video, and later.